Okay, it's not big deal. You can just click these links and make sure you download it into your local desktop. That's all. So once Eclipse got downloaded and you extract from the zip file, it will look in this way. Okay, now click on this .exe file. Okay, it's trying to open. Okay, it will ask to give the path directory where you can store your all your Selenium code. It's somewhere by default. It will ask you C drive. So right now we are seeing this configuration. Selenium is not yet started. We didn't include that. We are setting up editor first. Okay, there are some projects earlier. Okay, this was the UI. Okay, when you are downloading for first time, you will get some other UI here, and in the corner you will have some workbench option. Click on that workbench option, you will be launched to this page. Okay, so this was the UI of Eclipse. Fine. Right, now we'll see. Now editor is ready. Okay, you can write your code, but there is no Selenium still here. Unlike QTP, there is nothing like one tool where you download that's called Selenium tool and start working. As this is an open source, Selenium downloading means it's just a jar file. Okay, I'll let you know what's that. I'll show you that. It's just a jar file. Jar file in the sense, people whoever developing the Selenium, they have written some thousands of bunch code and they have zipped it into a one jar file. You just need to download that Selenium WebDriver jar file into your machine and import that into the project. Here in an Eclipse project, this is one project. I'll show you how to create a project and all. You need to just import that jar file into this project. That's all. That's only thing you need to do. There is nothing like downloading some big tool Selenium called Selenium tool and you start working on it. So if you think from QTP perspective, for QTP you have a dedicated tool where you start working. But this is an open source. Everything is an assembled parts here. This editor is an Eclipse editor we are using. Basically this was used for a developers to write Java code. Okay, we have used Eclipse open source editor to write our Selenium code, and that Selenium actual jar is other open source where we download from Selenium website, and now we will import that jar file into the Eclipse project. Okay, we are just clubbing all assembled parts, and to run this Eclipse we need Java. So we downloaded Java and we kept it in our place. So all these three are kind of assembled parts. There is nothing like one main tool where we can say yes, this is the Selenium tool and open it and start working. And Eclipse is not only the editor, where you can write your Selenium code. There is other tool also called IntelliJ. It says IntelliJ tool name is. You can try in Google. Okay, where you can write your Selenium code here also. See, this is a tool, IntelliJ idea tool name. Okay, so where you can, this is also one kind of editor where you can write your Selenium code and you can import your jar files into this editor. But basically Eclipse is very good and user friendly, so most of the people go with Eclipse editor. Okay, these are the two tools, and this also, if people can ask you, is the Eclipse only editor where you code your Selenium? No, you have other tools as well, and you can give IntelliJ idea is an example. Better I'll mention that in my notes so that you will have, I hope I have it somewhere. After browser support Eclipse, I'll make modification in the notes and send you. Okay, don't worry. Right. So what I'm trying to say here is it's all assembled parts and there's nothing like a tool. It's just a jar file, single jar file. Okay. And you cannot tell I am downloading Selenium. You have to tell I am configuring Selenium into my Eclipse. That's all. There is nothing like downloading. You are just configuring. Configuring in the sense bringing that jar file and placing in this project. That's all. This process we say as configuring Selenium.